All right, our off-air meeting is officially over. We are live. It's Tuesday, 2 o'clock. We're in a bunch of fight camps, so it's at 2 o'clock instead of 1 o'clock, but we got a lot of stuff coming up here in Fight Bananas. Dave Van Auken, Gillian the Savage Robertson, Elle Dawson. Ladies, how are you guys today?
I think we're both feeling the fight camp.
Yes, we're good. We're good, though.
You both
We're
have
here.
amazing smiles, right? Amazing smiles right now. There you go. You know who's not smiling is Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is not smiling. But before we get into it, guys, we will definitely get into UFC 321. You guys did a phenomenal job on the Sunday Morning Brew. Killed it. I don't know if I talked to Elle off air about it. The numbers for that Sunday show, poof, killing it. Best show
Everybody wanted to hear what G thought of the strawweight fight, I'm sure.
I know. Dude, we all know G's the star of Fight Bananas. I just try to put us together. That's all I do.
We're just living in it. I'm putting my necklace on. I'm sorry. Ignore me.
Before we get into everything about UFC 321, eye pokes, Umar Nurmagomedov, Mackenzie Dern's a new world champion, and so much more. Let's have a little game.
Was not expecting that.
You're not. So I have a fighter's name in permanent black marker on the sheet right here. I thought it could be just G. We're going to do G and L. Ella is a great teammate of on this game. So you guys have 10 guesses. You guys have to guess the fighter that I have written down on this paper.
Let's go. Dave's hints, by the way, are always insane. Like he uses like inside jokes to get
like insanely good, you mean?
Yeah.
Off air, Dave was like, "We're gonna start with a game. You guys will love it." Like, I never love the games.
The scoring criteria for Dave's games is always very questionable.
This isn't a scoring game. This is a guess the fighter game.
All right. First,
I'm trying to even just get this guy's name on the show. That's all I'm trying to do right now. Gee whiz.
All right. Give us the first hint.
No, you have to guess.
Do we ask questions or do we just say?
Yeah. You have to ask. You have 10 questions.
So it's You just said you get 10 guesses. That's different. Okay. Male or female?
Male.
Okay. That's one.
What weight class?
Yeah.
I can't give you it's like a yes or no thing.
Okay, well then I should have said
male or female wasn't a yes or no.
Male. Okay, you said okay, so here, let's do this, G. Is he heavier than lightweight?
Yes.
Okay, so 170 and up. That narrows it down a little. You want the next question?
Has he ever had a championship belt?
No, not yet.
Striker?
This guy can kind of do everything, but for the game, I will say not striker.
Okay. Has he won his last 4 fights by heel hook?
Yes! Walter Walker. Guys,
we should have just guessed that.
I don't even want to talk about Tom Aspinall or Cyril Gane. I don't even want to do. Can we just talk about Walter Walker for an hour straight? God, good gracious. How amazing was that? Like,
the second you said that he's gonna be champ, I knew who you were talking about.
I didn't even hear you say that. I should have caught that.
Dude, I am I've been on this Walter Walker train for the last 3, 4, 5 months on multiple fights, and then for him to go out and do it again, and then I thought his post-fight speech was awesome. He talked about Hamdi. I don't know if you guys saw it. The UFC just cut Hamdi Abdelwahab.
Close enough, to be honest. You get a pass on this one. I think we all butcher that. Did you get
Hamdi?
G and I trying to say Russian and Polish city names on Sunday? That was a good time. Yeah, but Chris Barnett is not cut.
Not yet.
Okay, I had heard the rumor mill they cut both those guys, but
the rumor mill's milling, huh? Rumor mill's milling. No, he's just so fun. I don't know why I'm attracted to it. Like I said, I have no insights to him. Never met him. Never talked to him. Never talked to his team. I just think it's so different, and like he's doing the same technique. And you would think that Sutherland would come in and be like, hey, man, we're going to work on not getting ankle locked. Like, that's what we're going to do for 6 weeks or month. I thought it was amazing.
I mean, he didn't have 6 weeks to get ready for Walter.
How long?
Like 2, right? He was
short notice.
Yeah, he was the short notice replacement for who was he supposed to fight again?
Usman.
Thank you,
right?
Muhammad Usman.
Yeah,
So like
Muhammad
it's not like he had 6 weeks to prepare for Walter, but also like G and I were talking about this Sunday. That's a big gap to fill in that amount of time, especially at heavyweight, because it's not a lot of heavyweights to focus on their grappling year round.
I just think that like Walter, he's good at the leg locks, he's good at the heel hooks. I'm not taking that away from him at all. But when you watch like a Gordon Ryan, like a high level jiu-jitsu practitioner, they're transitioning between like different ashis. So like different types of leg locks, different configurations with their legs. And you really have to know a deep level of defense to deal with that. With Walter Walker, you just kind of got to know the basics. He's kind of just going for one solid heel hook, isn't really transitioning. I'm like, if you just know like basic leg lock defense, you could probably get around it. But
here's my question. Is it a physiological issue with the heavyweights? Like, do they not have the athleticism or the flexibility to like?
I don't know. Because like a lot of it, I think it's
just Walter Walker, El. He's just a goddamn musician, okay? He's amazing. And can I say something about this, El? Dude, I'm going to be on one today. I have so many things. I'm on one, girl. I'm sorry I'm on one. Why can't we just be Scott Mack? No. Hey, we appreciate you coming in. Subscribe to the channel. We love you, Scott. We appreciate it, okay? Why can't we just say, oh, who has he beaten? He's just got 4 heel hooks in a row in the UFC. It's never been done before. Why can't we give this man credit? Why do we have to be Negativeville? Population Scott Mack. This is incredible. Why can't we be positive?
I agree with you, Dave. I agree with you. I was just going to say I'm interested to see him fight at the higher level. I said on Sunday, I said him and Jailton Almeida right now. Make it happen.
Absolutely. Jailton Almeida couldn't even butter up his bread, okay?
Did you see he posted the picture that he broke his leg during that fight though?
He probably broke his arms too, G. He can just do anything with broken stuff. He's amazing.
Yeah, it was like one leg kick that he took it was the very 30 seconds into the round. Can we get a calm down, Dave? Yes. But
psychological. Nailed it.
But yeah, it was one of the first leg kicks he took. He broke his leg at the very beginning of the fight too.
Yeah. He's amazing. I just don't understand. People just love to shit on good. Guys, we are seeing something fun and awesome, and it's unique. We've never seen this in UFC history. Like, he's not finishing people, heel hooks. Like, it's amazing.
Can I just say, too, I'm like, looking at Tom Aspinall's record, I'm like, he has the knee injury with Curtis Blades. Then outside the UFC, he has another loss that it says illegal move. So I'm assuming he did something illegal and got a no contest for it. And his third loss, which is really like his only real loss, I guess you could say, was by heel hook.
Let's go, G. Walter Walker would smash Tom Aspinall right now. Okay, let's get to Tom Aspinall. So I have a question for both of you guys. Very smart people. So if I'm driving to work, okay, I'm driving here to the studio. I'm at a red light. I call it a savage light in my household, but I'm at a red light. And a car behind me comes and hits me. I'm just standing there doing what I'm supposed to do. And I get hit. Would the cops be upset with me? Would the cops boo me? Tom Aspinall got poked in the eye. It's not his fault. Why did people boo him? Am I wrong on this, guys?
Yes. No, you're not. You're not.
Okay. My argument for it.
On the conspiracy side of this.
Yeah, I don't know. He said I can't see too quick.
No.
He went to the corner and said I can't see too quick. And I'm like, if you wanted to fight, you would have gave yourself 5 minutes.
No, I totally agree with that point. And you are absolutely right. I watched it on Sunday. We cut that up. Gee, I don't know if you saw, we posted on Facebook. That video's got like 44,000 views on Facebook. You talking about it. It's killing it. Okay. So I get your point, and you're right on that. But even with that, they shouldn't boo him. He's the one that got poked. He's the one that the injustice was done to Tom Aspinall, not to Cyril Gahn. Cyril Gahn's the villain in this.
And honestly, just as a whole, I feel so bad for Tom Aspinall having to take such a big layoff because of John Jones, finally getting a comeback, let's say that everything was like, that it was all legit. And because like I said, there is a lot of arguments I feel like I've seen on the internet where I'm like, let's say that everything that he got poked in the eye and it was terrible and he couldn't see. And I'm like, everybody booed him, poor Tom.
Yeah, no, that sucks. And Gahn was acting all pissy about it too. And I'm like, bro, you did this 3 times. Eventually, he was going to poke him in the eye. Eventually, that was going to be the result of that action.
And I don't know about you guys. I texted someone very high, big level in our community, and I didn't like how Tom was fighting. I actually thought it was weird. He does the blitz thing a lot, and I've actually watched back to Sergey Pavlovich, and he does that blitz. But my analogy, and I hate saying this, but G, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He blitzed like Alex Nicholson. Tom Aspinall was blitzing with his chin as high as possible. I'm like, Tom, what are you doing? I felt like Tom, I'm not a mixed martial artist. I don't train MMA, but if I'm going to blitz, if I'm coming in at you, I'm not doing this. I'm bumping and weaving, head off the center line, or maybe even my head down. If I get kneed, I get kneed like Umar Nurmagomedov and Mario Batista. I'm not running up with my chin up. I don't know. I thought Tom was off. Did not fight really great at the beginning of that first round. I will say that. We got so much to unpack.
I don't disagree with you. I don't. I definitely think Gahn was getting the better of him. I don't think we can look at that couple minutes and be like, oh, that's how the entire fight was going to go. Maybe Aspinall wasn't totally locked in and needed to get touched up a few times, and it would have changed after that. I don't think it wasn't like he was about to get finished.
I feel like also
people
just had such big expectations of him coming into this because of Cyril's last opponent. So it's we got to see him get finished in 2 minutes by John Jones. The second it went over the 2-minute mark, we're like, who's Tom Aspinall? He just got I feel like had such high standards and such it's almost an impossible task. It's not like Cyril Gahn's is a scrub who is easy to walk through. He's still a very high level fighter. John Jones is just John Jones.
Yeah.
So true. And that's my biggest point. We'll get into that 15 minutes from now about Cyril Gahn and what's next and what happened beforehand. But okay, let's go back to so I saw a great comment here. Yeah, something that Jake was saying, and another comment was up there. I despised, and you guys, I'm so horrible at this. Alexander Volkanovski dressed up as an old man, and I hated it, and he got knocked out, by Islam Makhachev. I despise this. I thought Tom Aspinall and his team was horrendous all week. If you want to go to the PFL to, I don't know, whatever, if you have something else next, a relationship, MMA relationship, gym, you're not going to tell the gym, the husband, the boyfriend, or the UFC, hey, I do have this little thing over here I might want to do. Him bringing up the whole boxing thing, his dad bringing that up, I thought was awful. What DC said to him, gee, how many times people talk to you fight week? It's a one-on-one conversation. That's for fucking one-on-one. There's DMs. There's where people talk. I talk to you guys about stuff. That's between us. We never lay that stuff out. What Aspinall's team to put what DC said out, that's such a break of DC will never trust Tom Aspinall again. No one should trust around Tom Aspinall again. He broke that. I thought his team was horrendous all week long. I had to get that point out.
No, I even saw DC made a comment that he wasn't happy about it himself.
Oh, yeah.
It's that what, like you said, it's a one-on-one conversation. You don't expect that to be on somebody's YouTube channel later.
Yeah.
Pretty shitty. I agree.
And Al, one thing he said, we didn't talk a lot towards the end of last week. I know you were busy. I was busy. You're in camp. Everything's been super busy here in Fight Bananas Land. Also, Really good meeting on Friday. I got to talk to both of you off air. Good stuff that happened in Fight Bananas. Tom Aspinall on media day, like he was being joking about it, but like he kept that. I don't know. Did you see? Like he's like, oh, I want a split decision win. Like because I think someone brought it up, and I know he's being very facetious right there. He's being very sarcastic. Did I say that? I think I said that.
Say that one more time.
Facetious.
What?
Facetious.
Is it a fish? Facetious?
Sarcastic. He's being sarcastic. Okay.
Being facetious. Technically.
Yes.
Sarcastic is not the correct usage. I was corrected on that once, and I've held it in my heart since, clearly.
But so. You knew exactly what I meant. For him to say that, I thought he was bad all week. I thought he put out the wrong aura all week of felt like he was putting off, like he was bigger than what he's in right now. Like he's bigger than the UFC. He's bigger than this division. He was already looking for the next fight. Guys, you tell me, the biggest fight should be right in front of you right now. Like, you know what I mean? We know you have hopes for your future and your next fight or the next fight past it. December 13th is the biggest fucking thing in your life right now. Like, that's the mission. Like, all week, you're not going to talk about whatever's next. We're not going to talk about Wei Lee or Valentina or Dern or Tatiana Suarez that week. That week is the mission on December 13th.
I don't know, because the fact of it is, if I don't perform on December 13th, I don't deserve that title shot after that. You know, I think that I have to go out there and not just win, but I have to put on a good performance. I have to show that I deserve to jump these girls that are in front of me right now, that the streak that I'm on, the finishes that I have are worth that title shot opportunity versus all the other girls who are on the roster, you know? So it's like, I really have to go out there and perform. So it's not like I can really just look past this fight and say the title shot's already mine.
Right. Something I know, I think Elle will absolutely love this conversation. And we've talked about it before. I'm going to triple down on something. Grant Dawson, your amazing husband, UFC star, talked about, I saw it on social media. In a football game, a basketball game, or a baseball game, if they do something wrong, a foul, they get a penalized or a negative, something happens to them right away. A ref doesn't go up and be like, oh, you fouled that player in basketball? Hey, let's talk about this. And then the next one, the other team will get foul shots. If a guy gets poked, there should be -2 points right away. Cyril Gahn should go -2 right away. This shit will never happen. This shit will stop happening if you take 2 points right away. Think about Kevin Holland and him getting struck in the nuts. Like, if he would have stopped, if he got booed? Like, what he kind of felt like lost the fight to Mike Malott. I'm not saying all on the nut shot, but I think that had a big part of it. We have to do these fouls. Did Malott ever get a point taken away? I don't think he got a point taken away. It's like, what are we doing? It's a foul. It's wrong. Like,
it was a pretty egregious foul too. And it wasn't even the first time, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure if that was the second time, that one, but that was the rough night for the ref.
For Joanna.
Yeah. He was reffing that fight, already had the crowd hated him in Canada. So I don't understand it, obviously, not to take the point, but to be in that position and have Captain Canada right in front of you.
But the solution is this: don't leave it up to the ref. These are the rules. You take the point. Now it's no longer on the ref, because the ref is nobody gets mad at the ref. They get mad about the call itself, but they don't get mad about the disciplinary action in other sports because it's already prescribed. The ref isn't the one deciding.
Yeah, Elle, 1,000,000%. We saw Gahn poke Aspinall. There's no the ref doesn't have to make a call. We saw it. Take points away. Also, here's my last point about this. This is the fastest growing sport on the planet. Mixed martial arts, the UFC. Dana White's talking about AI rankings. By the way, who gives a fuck about rankings? Paddy Pimblett about to fight for the world championship. He was 10 4 months ago, never fought, right? The rankings don't matter. Newsflash, all right? But we want AI rankings. Why can't we have instant replay? Why can't we look at a monitor? Why can't we be like, oh, Gahn poked him. Incredibly poked. Aspinall, you got 2 points. Take 10 minutes. Take 30 minutes. Why are we 5 minutes? This is so barbaric. No video, no 5 minutes. What are we doing?
I mean, I do think they do review
I'm
footage.
sorry. I've
now.
cussed way too much. I have cussed way
I
too
have a couple points. One, I'm pretty sure they can review footage now. That's not a thing anymore. They can review footage, and they do. And they converse with other people cage side about the footage.
I think it depends what state or like location you're in, if
Okay.
that is available or not. But yeah, typically you see them reviewing the cage side footage and then like talking to the cage side ref of what to do.
Right.
So I'm like, I guess they are taking those steps, kind of.
Minus the automatic point deduction, and I think here's my my second argument too. Like, if you, the framework, right? If you block somebody's shot in a way that's considered a foul, they get a free throw, right? I understand that blocking the shot, and versus the free throw, they are equal, right? So blocking one shot in a game where guys are scoring 90, 100 something points sometimes, like, I feel like that's not as big of a deal. Losing a point in MMA is a big deal. You get 10. You get 10 for the round. That's not a whole lot. So I don't see a reason why something as egregious as an eye poke or a low blow, which could absolutely completely change the course of the entire fight, versus, oh, somebody grabbed your jersey. That's not really going to change the trajectory of the entire basketball game.
Right.
It should be equal, right? That's a pretty egregious foul. It should have a pretty serious penalty. And I don't think there's anything wrong with immediately taking a point.
My only argument was, I don't think this for the eye pokes or for cage grabs, but for low blows and for back of the head shots, sometimes it's that, like, you guys just move the wrong way at the wrong time, or like even like being open stance, so southpaw versus orthodox. Sometimes the low blows are a little bit easier to hit just because of like the stance you guys are in. I think that sometimes those can genuinely be accidents because the person is like, if you guys are throwing a kick at the same time or something, like, or if you go to throw a punch and they turn their head at the same time. Like, there can be instances where it's like there is accidental situations like that. I'm not saying all of them, obviously, but there is some situations where it's like the opponent moves into it just as much as you did it.
And I think you just use that as an asterisk, right, in the rule set. You just call it like, oh, that's an action variance. And it's not ruled as an illegal blow. It's ruled as an accidental blow. Like, and that has its own category, right? And then you have to use film to review that. But I agree with you. I don't think that should apply to eye pokes, and I don't think that should apply to cage grabs.
Oh,
because
yeah,
it's really hard to accidentally poke somebody in the eye. I mean, obviously it's an accident, but it's hard to, if you're doing this, it's bound to happen, versus if you have a closed fist, it's probably not happening accidentally.
And real quick, I'm sorry, I was texting. My soccer game got canceled tonight, so I'm texting 15 moms right now. So my bad if I missed this one thing. Gee, did you mention, though, I know sometimes nut shots, or to the female, the down low shots sometimes could be accidental, but I still think if you do it and you take away a point, maybe it changes some of the ways you knee or where you kick. I think that will take that out of the game. And if you want to be that risky, go for it, especially if you want to hit that teep kick. Remember Conor McGregor or Chad Mendes, like, kept on whacking him right in the perfect spot. Like, that's Conor. Like, I'm sorry, if you're on the prelims and you can't kick as good as Conor McGregor, don't throw that shot. That's the level of the fighter. I think I know some of them can be accidentally, it's still a foul. If you get a foul, I want a point right away. I want all fouls a point immediately.
But what if, like, I throw a kick, but they throw a kick right after, and my kick was intended to land somewhere, and because they moved, now my kick hit the wrong spot. That's like my argument of it, is like with the groin shots sometimes, and with the back of the head shots sometimes, it can be the opponent's fault almost. Like, I'm throwing at a target and they move as I'm throwing.
With the back of the head, I will say this. I think if you stop immediately, like, because you also see guys where it's like they're throwing elbows, they're elbowing, and then the guy turns his head and maybe the first one lands on the back of the head, and then they just keep going in the same spot. Like, yeah, that's pretty, that needs to be addressed, But if it's like the first one and then I stop and I move to the other side of the head, like, I'm with you on that.
All right. Shout out, see a lot of people in the chat, guys. Make sure you sub the channel. YouTube is booming. We want that more. Sub the channel. Tons of shows. Thursday, Muhammad Mukayev will be live on this very YouTube stream. Friday, MMA Weekly Roundup. I'm going to do stuff on Mondays. I'm going to start doing it. I had so much.
Sorry.
Yes, no? No, you
you said Chad Mendez's name, and I meant to say this. Chad Mendez and Michael Chandler are wrestling on RAF.
Yeah.
In November. And I actually am super pumped about it.
Yeah.
Which seems weird for me to say. But yeah, I just didn't know if people knew that. That's going to be fun to watch if you like wrestling.
When and where is that?
I was literally just looking at it. I'll go to their Insta right now.
G, are you going to Karate Combat on Friday night?
Yeah, it should be.
Ooh, okay.
It is November.
It's Halloween.
It is.
Like,
are you gonna dress?
So literally, Karate Combat reached out to me today. And I'm like, guys, I have 4 kids. Like, Halloween is like Christmas over the Van Auken house. We got a party. We got like a 50-person party on Friday night. I can't go. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It is November 29th on Real American Freestyle. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. I freaking love it.
I'll be watching it.
People are actually like excited about watching freestyle wrestling. So you definitely should check that out. That's going to be
By the way, Duke Mad Duck, great thumbnail picture and a great name. So yes, I did see this. I did want to talk about this knockout. Maybe is this one of the nastiest, scariest knockouts you've seen in years? It was insane. And yeah, I guess he just called it Moicano. I guess Moicano won on socials. He like accepted it. I guess this fight literally might happen early 2026. Crazy knockout.
Moicano, of course I'm saying yes to that. The kid has like 3 UFC fights. He definitely has danger, but like,
and he has a ton of buzz on his name right now.
Just imagine that what Moicano's making right now. He's got to be stoked to make that much.
That is a bad fight for Killen.
Say it again.
That is a bad fight for Killen.
Oh yeah, it's horrible. Like that we talk about the jumps and the process. He's skipping 4 fights. Like,
even in his fight with Nazareth before he did get the knockout, it wasn't exactly like Nazareth was looking good at first. You know, he was stuffing a lot of his takedowns. He was looking good on the striking. I'm like, not in any way to say that he got lucky, but it was just like a Hail Mary head kick thrown up there, you know, like he landed that thing solid, but it wasn't like it was set up beautifully or like there wasn't a lot of technique behind it to get to that point. Right. It was like he wasn't necessarily looking great in the fight and then was able to get this absolutely scary knockout.
Also, like I said, major point on Gone. Yeah, guys, Karate Combat this weekend's insane. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the card. The card's awesome. There's like 5 very cool, interesting matchups. Uriah Hall is making his Karate Combat debut. So that is Friday. That's very, very cool. What else? Oh, they said, has Elle been talking to K-Rock about her next opponent?
Of course. K-Rock fought my opponent. So that's always nice when you have a teammate who's shared a cage with your opponent. But K-Rock is actually cornering me as well. She's coming with me. So nice. That'll be fun.
Bring her to Vegas after.
We should.
UFC guy, daily dose of randomness. By the way, love that name as well. Sub the channel. We appreciate you. We can't do that main and co-main event right now. We got so much other stuff. We got UFC 321. We got UFC Vegas 110. By the way, Arman Sarukian's a lock in the main event. So
I'm happy to skip to Qatar.
Whoa! We'll talk about that in a second, El Dawson. Wow, very aggressive. Very aggressive.
No. Next week's main event is this week's main event is killer.
It's a fun main event. The card is awful.
It's awful.
The UFC is like ESPN. You can stick it. Like we got some bad.
Sorry, I forgot about MSG. No, I meant I'm happy to skip to MSG.
Okay.
Madison Square Garden is a killer card. It is a killer.
MSG is better than that. And everyone's talking about the December 4th card, right? The 6th, December 6th, which I love, by the way. It's amazing. MSG is better.
It's good. It's
MSG really is so good. Sean Brady and Michael Morales.
It's not better, but it's good.
Islam versus JDM. What's a better fight than that?
But the fact that we're getting 2 title fights on both, but the 2 title fights that we're getting in December obviously JDM and Islam, super pumped for that. I don't think people are as pumped to watch Weili and Valentina as they are to watch Joshua Van and Pantoja. That's going to be freaking awesome.
So what are you more excited about, JDM and Islam or Van and Pantoja?
If I fully take all of my bias and like personal relationships out of it, I'm probably more excited to see Islam and JDM. I'm just saying, if we're going those two versus those two, Merab and Jan again, which the first fight was a blast, and then Pantoja and Van, and we're doing that against Valentina and Weili and Islam. Like I'm just saying, Islam and JDM can't carry the whole thing together over Weili and Valentina.
L. Dawson, we only got 28 minutes on the show. I want to do a whole Sarah point, but G, do you have to leave? Are you okay with staying?
Yeah, I do got to get out of here.
Okay, all right. We will debate this. G, you're the best. Canadian Zone. There was no entrance or intro this week. I apologize. We appreciate you. We got some cool news with you very soon too. I don't want to share it yet until it's done.
Yeah, until it's done. We got to figure some things out still, and then we'll have some cool news probably this week, hopefully.
There we go. All right. Well, we got some news coming this week. G, you're the best. We'll talk to you soon, friend.
All right, I'll see you guys.
Gillian Robertson.
I want to address Sean's comment because we didn't get to talk about it while G was on. Sorry, I kind of went on a rant with Dave and I are just fighting today, apparently. If you guys, Gillian did an awesome job breaking down the strawweight fight, title fight from last weekend between Mackenzie Dern and Vina Jandiroba. So if you do want to hear her thoughts on it, just go rewatch the Sunday show. Not right now, after the show. But
Sunday morning brew. And sometimes I do feel bad because we skip over some things because it was on Sunday. And I know maybe some of these girls in the chat watching didn't watch on Sunday. So I probably have to do a better job of going back and forth. But yeah, she had a lot to talk about with Mackenzie Dern. And let's just say that. But guys, sub the channel, watch it, Sunday morning brew. Appreciate G. All right. You talked about this, so we do have to break this down really quick. And tell me, and this is a fun debate. So there's 4 title fights, 2 on November, 2 in December. To me, I think I agree with you, and I think you said it already. Islam and JDM is by far the first pick of this draft. But not by far, but that's the first pick. That's the pick. I think you and I both agree. The second pick is Pantoja and Van.
Yes,
it's going to be incredible. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be incredible, right? The third pick, I absolutely insanely disagree. Merab and Peter Yan the first time wasn't a great fight. It was a one-way railroad train. Merab wrestled him for 25 minutes, dominated him. I don't know what we're going to see any different. Merab smashed him. The female fight, Weili and Valentina, you can argue are maybe the 2 best females the last 10 years. They're fighting each other for Weili moving up. I think there's so much unknown. That is a better fight than Merab and Yan 2.
So if we get a repeat of the first Merab and Piotr Yan fight, which I'm not saying it was close, it was still really fun to watch. I enjoyed watching it. You're telling me that would be a more boring fight than the very real possibility of Valentina Shevchenko inside leg tripping and laying in Weili Zhang's guard for 25 minutes doing this. You're telling me that's a better fight?
You think Weili is just going to lay there for 25 minutes?
I think the size difference is going to play a very... Carla Esparza took her down. Did you guys forget? I love Weili Zhang. I think Weili Zhang is phenomenal. And at strawweight, she is almost untouchable. But there is a huge size difference here. And Valentina has adapted her game so well. As she's gotten older, she knows she's not going to be flashy anymore. And I respect that. That does not mean she's still fun to watch. But she definitely is damn good at winning fights. And I think there's a very real possibility that she could control Weili for a good portion of this fight. I'm not saying Weili doesn't have a shot. If Weili can keep the distance and just pick at her, yeah, she can win this. But Valentina's big, and she's got really well-timed takedowns.
And Scott Mack, great point. And I know we were just talking just the title fights. What's the featured fight on the December card?
Let me pull it up. That fight's amazing, Scott.
Dude, it's not better than Brady and Morales. It's not. That's the answer.
Okay, that definitely is better than the feature fight in December. That's The feature fight in December is Jan Blachowicz and Bogdan Guskov.
Oh my god.
That Brady versus Michael Morales is definitely a better fight.
What do we
Definitely.
got? This
I'm just
isn't
talking-
even
I
a
was just
debate.
talking
This is
about-
a 10-7.
I was just talking about the two title fights versus each other. That's what I was talking about. But also on the December card, we have Brandon Moreno and Tatsuro Taira.
Great fight. Oh, love it.
Sajikov versus Fares Ziam, who's like the only French guy I like. That's a good fight. Why are you making a face at that? That's a great fight.
Yeah,
Sajikov and freaking Slavaklaus had like fight of the every time Sajikov fights, it's one of the best fights of the night.
No, you're right on that. He's very fun to watch. Very
Grant
fun.
Dawson's on the card. I don't know what you're
Dude,
talking
that's the feature fight in my book.
about. Edson Barbosa and the return of Jalen Turner. That's going to be fun for as long as that lasts.
You want a hot take on this? You want a hot take?
Definitely.
I do not care about that fight.
Really?
I'm sorry. Jalen Turner's done. This is such a money grab. He retired early. Now he needs an extra $150K. I'm just not into that fight. The fight that you haven't mentioned at all is Terrence McKinney and Chris Duncan. That's the
I
fight.
was getting there.
We'll
That's
get there. Get
going to
there.
be also amazing for as long as it lasts.
All right. But have you so now you went down all the card, but you didn't go down 321. I guess I will.
No, I was just going. Wait, you mean 322? No,
Yes,
322 is great too. We have Carlos Prates and Leon Edwards. Bo Nichols coming back to fight Rodolfo Vieira. These two fights: BSD versus Benil Dariush,
Oh my goodness.
and this one, Roman Kopylov versus Gregory Rodriguez. That's going to be a freaking banger.
Yeah.
Malcolm Wellmaker's back. I love that kid. Love that kid.
Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. Tracy Cortez is actually a decent women flyweight fight. That's a good fight.
Yeah. I think Blanchfield is levels higher.
Wait, you got GM3s on the card? And then, dude, you have the great Angela Hill. Angela Hill's such a great mixed martial artist.
Getting fed, man. Fatima Klein is a savage.
Dude, you love that girl.
Dude, she's good. She's good. And she trains with Aaron Blanchfield. She's
Yeah.
like her main training partner. That girl is freaking good.
Yeah. Dude, that's a... Oh, wait a second. Then you got the Chimaev kid. Sergarov is the first fight of the night.
Yeah.
We met him in Florida. He was
So
very
not
nice.
as high on that guy as everybody else is.
He looked awful on that pay-per-view. He looked bad.
I'm just not as high on him as everybody else is. This is a chance for him to win me back over, I guess. But like once again, he's fighting a guy that does Eric McConaughey? Oh, he does have a win in the UFC. My bad. He has one.
Who doesn't?
Cody Brundage. He has one win in the UFC.
All right, dude. We're not gonna get to anything. I got
What else do you have?
and I got Patty. I got a big thing on Cyril Gahn. Okay. I got a
Okay,
big thing on Cyril Gahn.
go for it.
I'm going to take us down a long journey through this, but I think we're going to make it there. I think. All right. No, all seriousness, no, all jokes aside, I didn't understand. And El, we talked about this, and I think you were on the other side too. I didn't understand or comprehend the disdain and the lack of chance that we gave Cyril Gahn in that main event. It's like we all shat on him. Dude, he had a bad performance against John Jones. He looked awful. But let's just think about this. Islam Makhachev got knocked out. He looked bad in a performance. You know this, and we don't have to do this on air, off air. There's no one that loves Grant Dawson other than you, than me. Okay? I love Grant Dawson. If he wants me to drive him to the airport, I will drive down to South Florida, take him to the airport. He had a stinker against King Green, right? He had a stinker. He's been dominant against everyone else. It happens to the greatest fighters in the world. Rose Namajunas has looked awful against Carla Esparza, and she's one of the most beloved fighters in the history of the sport. Why do we just shit on him? Dude, Cyril Gahn against Francis Ngannou was a good fight. He was 2-2 against the baddest man on the planet.
I mean, it was a close fight. Was it a good fight?
It was very fun.
Yeah.
It was better than Marab versus Patreon.
No, you're wrong. I
We hated on Cyril Gahn too much.
The John Jones fight is not what made me not like Cyril Gahn.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm just not that big of a fan of him.
Why?
I don't, to be honest, it's just, he's just like, what's that movie? Grown Ups. He's like, I just don't like your face. He just has a punchable face. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. So
no, I just don't like him. I don't like his vibe at the press conferences. I don't like French. I'm just kidding. I don't like French people. No, that Jake does not like French people either. I honestly
he's got great footwork, great striking skills.
French MMA fans, that I will admit, I'm not a fan of.
Has Tom Aspinall ever fought a better striker than Cyril Gahn in his career?
No, I don't disagree with you.
Like
that's fair. That's fair. You know who's a great striker that has phenomenal footwork? Natalia Silva. Am I stoked every time she fights? No. It's impressive. That doesn't mean it's fun. I'm being serious. Like,
so you're analogizing Cyril Gahn to Natalia Silva.
I'm just saying, I want Cain Velasquez. I want Junior Dos Santos. Like, to me, this isn't what saves the heavyweight division. What saves the heavyweight division is getting rid of USADA for all heavyweights. Or
in all honesty, I'm agreeing, and I'm not the biggest fan of Cyril Gahn, and I'm agreeing with what some of the things. I just think we, as a community, we shat on him all week and said there's zero chance that he was going to win. I just think it's, looking back on it, that's a really bad outlook on us.
Thanks, Ray. Thanks, Ray. Dude, here's my thing. I agree with you. We probably counted him out a little bit. Yeah. But I think the main thing, to me, and we'll figure this out when we watch the rematch. To me, the issue is that Tom Aspinall did not take Cyril Gahn seriously.
I agree with that.
And I think you're going to see with this I think this eye poke is probably the best thing that could have happened for Tom Aspinall. He's going to hunker down for 8-10 weeks, come back and smash him. And then we're going to see that the best version of Cyril Gahn doesn't even come close to the best version of Tom Aspinall. That's what I disagree. It's going to happen. However, I'm way more looking forward to this rematch than I was for the first fight because we did get to see Tom Aspinall look mortal. We did get to see him get his nose bloodied a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think, some people seem to think that meant he was going to 100% lose the entire fight and get finished. I disagree with that. But I definitely think it makes the matchup more interesting than I thought it was originally.
Yeah, totally agree. All right. Comment. I gotta say something here. Daily Dose. How do you feel about Bo Nickel being on the main card while BSD and Benil is on the prelims? You ready for this one? I don't know if this is a hot take, L. I don't know if you agree with this statement. I don't give a shit. I do not care less about who should be on a main card prelim. I don't care. Like 0% of me. The Benil and BSD is a way better fight. It's a fight that I want to watch more. And at the end of the day, the pay-per-view is so good. The main event, the co, we just talked about Morales and Brady. They gave us enough. I want to give $90 for that card. I don't care if it's prelim, the fourth fight, third fight. I don't give a shit. Do not care one bit. Don't care.
I don't either. To me, it doesn't matter. Also, I think the UFC always does this, and I think it's very important to do this. They want that last fight on the prelims to sell the pay-per-view. And BSD, Benil Dariush should absolutely sell that pay-per-view. You know? So I understand why they put a fight like that right there, you know?
Scott Mack. UFC needs Gable Steveson to pan out. Okay. Gable Steveson, 3 things. 1, I met him once. Really nice to me. Good guy. Was nice to me. So I kind of like him. 2, he tried to become a WWE superstar. I love WWE. He tried to become a Buffalo Bill. Love the Buffalo Bills. I'm actually super pro Gable Steveson. You ready for this, L? However, him main event in Dirty Boxing, by the way, Thursday night for free on YouTube, is actually a negative to me. I think it's bad.
Happening.
Huh?
Yeah, I didn't know that was happening. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. Like, I'm not trying to go there, and I know a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and I probably know too much about it. Him main event in this card actually is negative to me, not positive. That man should be in an MMA gym and should be in MMA fights. Okay.
If he was serious about going to the UFC and becoming the next great heavyweight, he would be fighting every 2-3 months on LFA.
Exactly. This is a sideshow. Should not happen. He's taking time and effort. He has to learn a whole new. This is bad news for Gable Steveson. Bad news. I'm telling you. Also, Dowd and Cyril saying
I'm not saying it couldn't. I said I'm way more excited for the matchup this time. I think it's closer than I thought before. However, it didn't appear. We did not see the Tom Aspinall we're used to. Like, he didn't look like himself.
Two things. One, two main reasons. The guy hasn't fought in forever. The guy's like literally hasn't fought in 450 days. Two, I think he totally underlooked Cyril Gahn. And three, I'll say this, and I saw this so many places. He's never fought anyone that's ever moved like Cyril Gahn and strike like Cyril Gahn. I just think it was a different, unique matchup that he didn't think he was getting himself into. And now he has seen it and done it for 4 minutes. I do think in the rematch, Aspinall smashes him. I do. I do. But I think he'll take him very serious. I think Aspinall will look better. I hated them all week, Al. This
is fair from someone who cares. I know we're going back to Gable, but like, John Jones is his buddy. So maybe it's just like we couldn't find a fight for the next 6 months. So I'm going to fight on my friend's card and make some good money, work on my striking a little bit. Time will tell, but I'm not loving it, to be honest. I wanted to see him go super hard with like LFA or a series show that has a path to the UFC.
I'm not trying to go. This guy was an Olympic gold medalist. He doesn't need money. I don't want to count anyone else's pockets.
What do you think Olympians make?
Olympic gold medalists make a crap load of money on advertisements in America. He was an American wrestler. He made a ton of money. I don't want to count the man's pockets, but you ready for this one? I'm not trying to go there. I don't think Dirty Boxing's paying him a ton of cash. Just throwing that out there, And also, the third thing is,
he did make NIL. That's fair, but like, I think that you are greatly. I have friends that have competed in the Olympics. Obviously, different sports, and different sports are different. But I think you're greatly overestimating
what he's made millions of dollars in his career. Millions.
Let's see. How much did
you Googling it?
Yeah, I'm just looking up NIL. Okay, so there are his 2022, because you don't get paid a lot for the actual Olympics. If you make money, it's from endorsements, NIL, things like that. $13,000 in 2022. So, not a lot. What is Gable Stevenson's? I'm not saying he hasn't made a lot of money now, but I don't think people are making what you think they are in the Olympics. Gable Stevenson's net worth and earnings. Okay, as of 2024, it does say his net worth is $2 million. I'm assuming
$2 million.
Okay. Keep in mind, if I look up grants, it says we're worth like 1.5, and I promise you we're not. So a lot of times these are not accurate, but the NIL disclosure did say 13 grand for 2022. Now, by now, he's obviously gotten more famous. He's probably making money off of endorsements and things like that. But okay, see, this says something totally different.
But this is the difference. I'm not. He's not a millionaire, but he's made millions. He's probably lived. He's probably got a nice car. He's got watches. He's got clothes.
He's made millions. He's made $1 million or has $1 million house. I think you're greatly overestimating this.
Gable Steveson, an Olympic gold medalist for American wrestling.
I'm telling you, it's Olympians do not get the money you think they do. Like, Michael Phelps didn't make money on the Olympics. He made money on endorsements.
No, exactly. So you don't think Gable Steveson
has as much endorsements as Michael freaking Phelps? Nobody doesn't watch. Okay, let me give you this example. No one who doesn't watch MMA or wrestling religiously knows who Gable Steveson is. There are 0 casual fans that know who Gable Steveson is. Maybe some people have seen him on John Jones's Instagram now, but you're saying Dave needs to give you a pay raise. 100%. Yeah.
That is true. L deserves definitely more. This is something, and this is
I'm not saying he hasn't made some money by now. I don't think it's as much as you guys do.
You might be right. I just read something, Hafi.com. They said he's estimated to make around $300,000 for the last 3 years. So
that's not that much. And also this is important too. The US has so many people that want to go to the Olympics for sports. They don't really have to incentivize it. If you go to the Olympics for Russia or China, they just pay for everything for you forever. You also belong to the government and don't have any freedom, but they do support you very well financially. The US doesn't really do that because they don't really need to incentivize people to pursue those opportunities.
All right. We went down a rabbit hole, guys, and my main point is that he is such a diamond. Like, he has such high hopes. Brock Lesnar, people put out Cain Velasquez, Daniel Cormier. Like, people are putting them on this pedestal. He should not be dirty boxing in Nashville on Thursday. I'm sorry. It's just, that's my opinion.
Yeah,
it's like,
I would like to see. Thank you, comment section, for having my back today. Love you guys. I know things sometimes.
You're right. Hey,
I have a friend.
If I'm wrong, I apologize.
I have a friend that went to the Olympics for track and field, and it was like, she told me what she got paid, and it was depressing.
No, okay, Elle, this is my point. You're 98% of Olympics, 98% of college football players. But guys, Gable Steveson was a face of the Olympics. Yeah. He was an American wrestler heavyweight. What, guys? He went to the WWE. He tried out for the Buffalo Bills. I think he's a lot higher than people think. I do.
No, he's probably making decent money now, but I don't think he's a gajillionaire going out making millions every year. I don't think that's realistic.
Damn. Someone just put a Murad Dvalishvili just challenged Dave Van Auken.
Wait, what?
Man, that's tough.
I can't even see what's happening.
There's Peter Yan's on the table, Cejudo, Umar, Aldo, Sean O'Malley, Corey Sandhagen, and me. Holy crap. I don't want Marab. I'm a Marab fan. I like Marab.
I'm starting to realize from this comment section that people think athletes make way more than they do.
Scott, appreciate it. Hey, Scott, man, sub the channel, share it out, like the stream, and then share with a fan, Scott, with a buddy. Actually, Scott, share with an enemy. Share with someone you don't like, an ex-girlfriend, a cousin-in-law that you don't like. Share it to them. I love sharing it to people.
Shout them out on the next show. We will.
Laugh out loud. I know you would like that. Dude, someone who, dude, so the comment section is
anything you wanted to talk about. I'm sorry.
My point. I thought we lowballed Cyril Gahn. I thought we lowballed him going into the
I don't disagree with you. I don't. I want to be clear on that. I don't disagree. I do think Tom Aspinall also lowballed Cyril Gahn, though. That's my.
Oh, 1,000,000%. I don't know if you did this on Sunday's show, and this is let's do it for 7 more minutes, and we're going to leave, guys. We appreciate you guys. We have 2 more shows. Mukayev is coming on. Muhammad Mukayev. Undefeated. He'll be at live Thursday. Friday, MMA Weekly Roundup. L, if you can be here and if you're healthy and strong, we'd love to have you. If not, I'll do it by myself. We'll do weigh-ins on Vegas, who makes weight. If we have any news throughout the next couple of days, please sub the channel. My question to you, L, we'll end the show with this with both guys. Who does Tom Aspinall fight next?
I mean, the rematch is already getting rebooked.
Okay, so then the rebook, you have Tom Aspinall winning that fight?
I do.
Okay. Who does Tom Aspinall fight after that?
This is why the UFC needs to do Walter Walker and Jailton Almeida right the heck now. It's probably going to be Volkov. It shouldn't be. It should just be Walter. But it probably – you can't – Volkov totally beat Cyril Gahn in their fight. And while I disagreed with the decision this last weekend, he did beat Jailton Almeida on paper.
I actually had Volkov winning the fight 2 rounds to 1.
I'm not mad that he did, to be completely honest with you. Very rarely am I like, this guy's on top for the vast majority of the fight, and I'm not sure that he's winning, but I did feel that way during that fight. It was so bad. Like, you cannot have such a cheat code in heavyweight to have a double leg like that you can hit beautifully even when you're exhausted and not even in good position, and then do nothing with it. Like, it's so disappointing from Almeida for me.
I think I have a hot take about Volkov. Look at his last 4 performances. Everyone was so upset with Gane when Gane fought Volkov, and now everyone's so upset with Almeida when he fought Volkov. All I'm saying is, if you've been divorced 4 times, maybe it's not the other side. Maybe you're the problem.
Gane also has boring fights on his own without Volkov too. So
I'm not. Volkov's last 2 fights, a little bit of Volkov waits to get wrestled. Against Almeida, he was never you're going down anyways. Throw your stuff, my man.
Yeah, honestly, that 3rd round, he had him in the clinch on the cage and was kneeing him a bunch. Like, that was the best part of the whole fight.
I'm just, if you've been divorced 4 times, sometimes it's not your partner, it's you.
No, I got you. I'm not excited to see him fight for a title. He probably deserves it. There's really nobody else in line yet.
So, okay, if you're Tom Aspinall, I'm throwing this out there. A year ago, you were kind of Dana White went on every MMA podcast, on the post-fight shows, and he's like, guys, the biggest fight we can make in 2025 is John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. It doesn't happen all of 2025. He kind of wastes his whole year. Fight's Gane, gets poked in the eye. People are booing him. He's going to fight Gane in March or February. He beats him. Imagine on August or July, after the White House that is headlined by John Jones and Poatan, Alex Pereira, and Aspinall is going to fight Volkov. Alexander Volkov the next month. I'm sorry, guys. Cyril Gane did something to Jesus. He pissed off Jesus, okay? That is a bad, unlucky man. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, it's
what a fall.
You mean Aspinall pissed off Jesus? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
You said Gane. No, yeah. I agree. And it's I don't even care about this fight or the Jones Aspinall fight anymore. I just want to see Jones and Pereira fight at the White House. That's the biggest fight we can make. I will say this, so this is what I think they should do. I think it doesn't matter if Alex and Jones is for a belt or not. I don't think Jones is super interested in making light heavyweight again anyway. So make it its own thing. Have them fight at 230, 225, enough that Jones has to cut a little bit of weight so Pereira isn't at a massive disadvantage. But he's a big guy too. So have them fight at 225 for the GOAT belt. Just call it the GOAT belt. Put the horns on it, everything. Make it, dress it up, make it
all USA with a bald eagle on it.
It's the sickest, gimmicky belt ever. Have them fight for that in June. And if Alex does win and beats Jones, I don't think that's happening. But if he lands that killer hook on Jones and puts him out, then we can be, and he's already fought between 205 and heavyweight, then maybe we can be excited about Alex and Aspinall again. But we need that fight. And if Jones wins, I don't think Jones fights Aspinall either.
I don't think so either. But I'm going to triple down on your take, El. You ready for this one? That's just shit happens, especially in the UFC and MMA. If Aspinall fights Gane, wins. Fights Volkov in the summer, before or after the White House. He's not on the card. Tom, we're sorry. We passed you again. No one wants to see you, right? He beats Volkov. So now Aspinall kind of gets a little bit of the motor. And let's just be honest. If he gets overlooked, and even as happy we are with Alex and John, there will be some people who will be like, oh my goodness, we screwed over Tom Aspinall. He waited a year and a half. Jones came back and we still didn't give it to him. He will get a upswell of positive reinforcement and positive feelings his way. You ready for this? Even if John Jones submits Poatan like he did Cyril Gane, guys, Alex Pereira has come back against Izzy. He's come back against Ankalaev. I still think we get Alex and Aspinall at the end of the year for the World Heavyweight Championship, and we're fine with it. Dude, how many guys have come off losses and fought for the title? Sean O'Malley's done it 9 times, I think. I think we'll be fine with Poatan, all right?
I want to address this because absolutely not. Dave and I have been talking about Pereira versus Jones for the White House card for like 2 months now.
2 years.
We didn't even know about the White House card 2 years ago. No, we've been talking about that for a minute. I have been interested in that fight since Alex beat Ankalaev. 100%.
This would be a fun fight at heavyweight. If Gane knocks out Aspinall, okay, listen to this. Gane beats Aspinall in March for the heavyweight championship. Tom Aspinall goes to the PFL or boxing because he hates the UFC for some reason. So he goes away. They do Alex versus John. Ready? Alex knocks out John Jones. He's old, a tick slow. Alex gets him. They do Alex and Gane in November at MSG. Be one of the biggest fights in the business.
No, if that's how that goes down, I'm here for it.
Wow. All right.
No, and this is true. We lose nothing. But especially if they do it at 225 for the GOAT belt, whatever, like we lose nothing if
Yolberg
Alex loses this fight. He's making fun of me because I always mess up Carlos Olberg's name and I call him Yolberg like a jerk because his name looks German to me. Olberg.
That's a great. Are you ready for this one? Yuri versus Olberg is so fun. That's a fun fight.
Yeah, I agree. I think because Olberg is clean and sharp, but I think Yuri is gonna make the fight super messy, and we're gonna be able to see if. All
right, last question of the show: how come Vieira versus Dumont is halfway down the prelims at the Apex? The correct answer is. All right, guys, we'll see everyone next week. Wednesday, Thursday, Muhammad Mukayev. Friday is MMA Weekly Roundup. We are done here. You got something else?
No, I just said because it should be.
Yeah. Who gives a shit? Come on, Jake. Who cares? Just watch it.
Dumont hasn't fought in a million years.
Yeah.
Kevin Vieira hasn't made bantamweight in a million years.
Duke.
Duke's always being so nice to me.
Duke. Duke, I'm going to say this one time and one time only. As beautiful you think she is outside, she is a more beautiful person inside. That's the best. Elle Dawson's the best. All right. All right, guys, we are out of here. I got to go. I got to pick up kids. There's no soccer tonight for me, so I got nothing to do. So if anyone wants to talk to us, message us on Fight Bananas. We appreciate you. Sub the channel, guys. Our YouTube's on fire. That's like pour gasoline on the fire. All right, we're out of here.
I don't, Sean. Go have a fabulous Tuesday. I hate being put on the spot. Okay, just turn it off.
We'll see everyone later on. Muhammad Mukayev live